brave soul who fears not death. I shall guide you, so that you may lull the old one back to slumber.
Key to life's ether, soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended, so the world might be mended. This is the Nexus. It holds together the northern land of Boletaria. Thou canst not exit the Nexus, but each of the 5 archstones will connect into it.
Well, you slipped through the fissure too, did you? You came for demon souls? Or to save this land and be remembered as a hero? That is why you came, is it not? To this accursed Boletaria? It's all the same. You're just another prisoner of the Nexus. We're welcome here, as long as we keep slashing up demons. The black-robed maiden of the Nexus looks after the flames. She's a morose type, with eyes occluded by wax. She can control souls like no other. Bring her the souls of men and demons, and she will embolden your flesh and blood with their power. But beware. Do not devolve into a foul beast.
As for me, I am only here to tend to the flames. I keep the candles lit and serve the brave demon slayers who are trapped here. I have always been here in this Nexus. I was here when the Old One awakened, and I will be here when it rests once again. The Monumental awaits thee above. The Monumental will explain the Nexus to thee.
We have long awaited you, Slayer of Demons. Have you received assistance from the Candle Maiden? Yes, I see. She is a prisoner of this Nexus. It is her duty to lull the Old One back to slumber. That is why she helps those who hunt demons. And that is why she has become a demon herself. I am one of the Monumentals. We preserve the fabric of reality. We Monumentals, too, are trapped within this Nexus. For we prevent your world from breaking apart at the seams. There is something thou needest to know. In the distant past, under a benevolent rule, the world was united owing to the soul arts. Until a lust for power caused the awakening of the Old One. Across the land seeped a colorless, deep fog, and the world faced extinction at the hands of the demons. Thanks be, we were able to lull the Old One back to his slumber. yet only after the loss of innumerable souls, and half the world lost, erased by the fog. In order to mend the fabric of what land still remained, we entrusted 6 elders with 6 precious archstones. 1 to the king of a small yet diligent land. 1 to the king of the burrowers underground. 1 to the wise queen of the great ivory tower. 1 to the chieftain of lost and ill-fortuned souls. 1 to the shaman of the tempest-worshipping shadowmen. And the last to the great giants of the northern lands. The archstones were placed at nodes across the earth. We contained the old one inside this nexus and banned the soul arts. Finally, we became monumentals, half-living sentinels of the fabric of reality. However, man's memory of history is o'ershort, and before long he repeated his mistakes. The monumentals perished, and the archstones were long forgotten. And the short-sighted King Alant once again aroused the Old One. You must destroy all the demons if you wish to be freed from the curse of the Nexus. The Old One, without the demons to feed its souls, will seek a new servant and lure you to its bosom. You must lull the Old One back to its slumber and seal it away for all eternity. Now, go forth and destroy every last demon.
Have you met the last surviving monumental? Those fools revived the old one on a whim. And now they've trapped us here in the Nexus in a desperate attempt to undo their mistake. It's all a travesty if you ask me. I wonder how many others are in this Nexus. They are no different than I. They traversed the foggy fissure with determination, but realized their powerlessness and became prisoners of the Nexus.
I'm Stockpile Thomas. Sometimes I stop and wonder how I ended up in the Nexus in the first place. When the Scourge came, I didn't know what hit me. I abandoned my wife and daughter and fled like a madman. When I came to, I found myself here, in the Nexus. That Candle Maiden cared for me during my first days in the Nexus. She says very little, but has a kind heart. She's just the age my young daughter would have been. The poor, poor girl. I feel that I must do something in this time of crisis, but I am ignorant of the world beyond these walls. I can't imagine what it takes to slay a demon. If only I had that kind of strength. If only I could assist in this fight.
Hunting for demons? Try one of the Archstones. I think I just lost my nerve for this kind of thing.
Hello, what can I do for you? Care to look over my wares? Mostly stolen, but who's telling, eh? Be a brave knight or depraved slave, the demons will snatch your soul, and you'll go mad. It is the end of Great Boletaria as we know it. The king, he's gone mad like the rest of them. But perhaps he was mad in the first place. I can never tell with those eccentric royal oafs. There's this skinny fella, clad in fabulous armor, who's always mumbling about some mission. He's another one who's managed to stay sane like yourself.
That was a bold jump. A surprise indeed. Well, now that you are here, pray thee, fend off these dreglings. My thanks for your brave rescue. I am Ostrava of Boletaria. No matter how far I venture, only the soul-starved remain. Is there a single sane person left in Boletaria? Now, I must go. There is something for me to take care of. How did all of this happen? Father!
You've gone and died, have you? If you die here in Boletaria, your soul is returned to the Nexus. You lose all the precious souls you've obtained. Going to just give up? That's what I did. Do you think that you are somehow special? Well, you found yourself a demon soul, did you? I'm impressed. Yes, indeed I am. Stay the path, and you will soon be a monster yourself. Can't you see you've fallen for their trap?
Hello again. That hairpin. That belongs to my daughter. Then she didn't make it after all. My dearest little baby. May she rest in peace. Why didn't I protect my wife and daughter, even if it meant being slain by the demons? Would you mind giving up that hairpin? I'd like to have it in memory of my daughter. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, it's not much, but please accept this as thanks. Anyway, I feel that you should have it. It will be happier in your hands. What is the world like outside the Nexus? With brave souls like you confronting these vile demons. Perhaps it won't be long before things return to normal. At least that is what we are all praying for.
Here in Boletaria, we speak of the legend of the two swords and the last hero. The last hero is old King Doran. King Doran is the everlasting one, founder of Boletaria and protector of the two swords. The two swords are Demonbrand and Soulbrand. One sword banishes that which befouls man, and the other banishes man himself. Of course, only according to legend. But in the dark state of our land, legends are all we can depend upon. At its peak, Boletaria was a grand kingdom. The king, his knights, and his subjects were modest and plain, but also steadfast and compassionate. King Alant led Boletaria with a round table of brave knights. The royal twin Fangs, Valafax and Bjor. Alfred, the Knight of the Tower. Metas, the Knight of the Lance. And the brave tribesman Longbow Ulan and his fearsome legions. But look at what has become of us now. Boletaria is an abysmal mess. I refuse to believe that this is what Father wished for our great land. Valafax was lost, and Bjor slipped through the fissure, never to be heard from again. The Boletarian Knights are no longer. But perhaps our age will see the rise of new heroes, such as yourself.
Are you here to face the demons? If so, please free Sage Frake the Visionary from the dungeon of Latria.
Me? Without doubt, I made my best effort to save Sage Frake. But I had not the strength. It's as simple as that. Besides, if I myself were captured, who would stand here and recruit rescuers? Frake is a great sage who systemized the magic of the soul arts to make it possible for human imitation. He is on the verge of discovering something that will rival even the demon souls. Just ensure that you rescue Sage Frake as quickly as possible.
Someone, anyone, let me out of here. Please, help me. Oh, human are you? I am Frake. I have been trapped here for ages. Perhaps you could help me get out of here. I am a sage, and I can lend you my power in return. Magnificent. I never expected to get out of there alive. I thought my magic would give me an edge against these demons, but how wrong I was. I was defeated and captured by the Golden Elder beyond that dungeon. Beware of him. He has power over dark souls, those susceptible to madness and paranoia. I have been enfeebled by my long imprisonment, but I can still move my legs, and I can make it back to the Nexus.
Oh, you're an ordinary human, aren't you? Where do you call home? Dear me, I shouldn't pry. Perhaps you'd like something from my collection. I was once the wife of royalty, and I have some nice things to show for it. I wish to stay here, but I need souls to stay sane. Surely you must understand this. Before, there were many others trapped here, but they went mad and ventured above of their own volition. The Queen banished her depraved old husband from the land. He returned in strange golden garb with foul demons in tow. They pillaged Great Latria, land of the learned, and locked us in this dungeon. Since then, they've been feeding off our souls, telling us over and over that if we go above, we will be granted redemption. I know the truth. There exists no such thing. The church goddess may die, but never for long, and we are trapped below forever.
Hello, brave one. I am Yurt, the Silent Chief. Are you here to fight the demons? If so, then help me escape this place. I am on your side. I will remember this. Now I can go on with my work. And for that, I must thank you. I am certain we will meet again. Oh, a warrior from afar, are you? Do you seek the power of God? A miracle is a heavenly act, but spells are the acts of demons, the work of soul arts. They have similar effects, and yet one is clearly evil, and the other is clearly good. Magicians are mere servants of the demons. Saint Urbain is a true sage. He can hear the voice of God. But that despondent disciple over there claims that he has fallen in a trap behind the altar.
I have sinned. I swore allegiance to Saint Urbain, but was of no use to him. And now I have run away and abandoned his honorableness. O honorable one, I hesitate to imagine your present state. Deep within the darkness, where no light shall ever shine, will you continue to pray, even in such misery? I swear that I will catch that blasted hyena someday soon. He fooled me, and kicked the honorable one down a trap door behind the altar of a shrine. He is a depraved, vile man, and he deserves no allies.
We intend to leave shortly for the altar to rescue Saint Urbain. I am afraid we may not meet again. Umbasa.
This shrine was used in a ghastly ritual by an ancient tribe. This is where the ancient barbarians offered their honored heroes to the winds. To seek winds in life and meet winds in death. That was the warrior's code. And all that's left here now is a fine pile of dust. Have you been to the altar where sorcerers summon shadows? Well, I think someone may be trapped in the lower cavity. I heard them praying for dear life. Pity the poor fool. There's somebody I ought to warn you about. A fellow who lacks common decency. They call him Patches the Hyena. He's the kind of person who'd stab his mother in the back. If you happen to spot him, you'll be doing us all a favor by putting him out of his misery.
Oh, the demons haven't got to you, have they? Well, I'm in luck. Pleased to meet you. Call me Patches. You see that pit? It's filled with treasure. But, I can't get to it myself. Go on, have a look. I won't move a muscle until the treasure's safely in your hands. Go on, get a little closer. Then we'll work out a way to fish it out. Don't hold it against me, eh? Take your time starving to death. Then I'll sell every last trinket off your corpse.
Heavens, did you fall for that little devil's trap? Well, I did the same. He fooled me, and now I am stuck here. The reverberations seem to suggest that we are connected to the outside. But dark, fearsome souls stand between us and freedom. But have no fear. God will cleanse us of evil. Pray with me. Umbasa. Where are you going? I have not finished yet. What are you doing? Did you cleanse the world of another dark soul today? God has chosen you, and for that we are thankful. Umbasa.
You! Hey, look, I'm really sorry. I really didn't attempt to fool you. It was just bad luck. I no longer partake in the whole corpse-robbing thing. Yeah, no, I'm completely free from my vice. My old mother would be proud indeed. Now, you see that priest and his disciples over there? They still don't trust me after that little incident behind the altar. Shouldn't they believe in forgiving and forgetting and all that? Well, I have news for them. Praying has not put food in my mouth, nor anyone else's.
Oh, hello there. Thanks to you, I was able to seek refuge in this nexus. Now I stay here and pray, along with my disciples, for the heroes facing the demons. If you wish for benevolent protection in your fight against the demons, then bring me demon souls. I will cleanse them and perform a miracle with their power. If you truly are a disciple, then you must have a talisman in God's image. Heavenly miracles occur in Boletaria through the talismans. It is God's way of telling us we must stand up to the demons. A demon soul is a source of evil power. King Alant was overcome by a lust for such power, and has placed Boletaria in her present predicament. Old Frake and the Candle Maiden are no exception. After the dark arts spread across the land, holy miracles were witnessed once again. The will of God is clear. We must defeat the demons, annul the curse of Boletaria, and purge the evil magicians who manipulate those accursed souls. Umbasa.
You have rescued the Honorable One. Oh, thank God. Umbasa. With Lord Urbane back, the magicians will have to watch themselves. Thanks to his holy miracles, you brave battlers of demons will no longer be solely dependent on dark magic.
The disciples and the magicians in the Nexus despise one another. Did you notice they never sit in sight of each other? The fools. What good comes of childish rivalries?
Do you have a connection to the disciples? Do not pay attention to them if they speak poorly of me and my magic. Prayer is for the foolish, quaint, and soon-to-be dead. And heaven forbid the day you find out what their so-called God really is. I have a proposal for you. Could you bring your demon souls to me? As I determine more about the essence of the soul, I can teach you new magic. A demon soul is no mere amalgamation of lesser souls. The Scourge of Boletaria has activated all souls and energized all magic. Perhaps then we should work to preserve this state of heightened reality. No, heaven forbid. The demons steal souls, and with them our sanity. I know of 3 human leaders who became demons. King Alant of Boletaria, Astraea of the Valley of Defilement, and the Golden Elder of Latria. They have proven that humans can evolve to a higher state. Such blasphemy must not be permitted.
Who goes there? Who are you? You killed that vile insect and saved me. I'm called Bjor, the Elder of the Twin Fangs of Boletaria. I thank you. You deserve a handsome reward. Only I have none. I had an odd piece of news from a merchant Dregling. He claims that the son of the king, Ariona, has come to Boletaria alone. Ariona is a wise and kind soul, almost too kind. He would not be safe in this accursed land without protection. If you find Ariona, do look after him, and tell him that Bjor of the Twin Fangs will look after His Highness.
Help! Help! Soul-starved soldiers are after me. Please open this gate. Oh Lord, hurry, please! Help me! I'll never make it! I'll be killed! You saved my life. I am truly indebted to you. I must go. My father, the king, awaits me just over there.
Oh, you've seen the lone stone tower that sprouts forth from the outer wall of Boletaria Castle? According to that spineless warden, a young sorceress is held prisoner there, where she is subject to all manner of untold acts in the name of purification. Regrettably, I cannot find my way into that tower. I'm going to sleep. Go on ahead.
What do you want with me? There are no secrets here, only a tired, emaciated frame. You came to save me. Thank you. No, I'm fine. With a little rest, I can soon walk. You go on ahead. I do not wish to be a dead weight.
Hello there. You rescued the young sorceress from that tower. I express my gratitude. There can be no excuse for such ill treatment of a young innocent. How long will those vermin dishonor the king's good name? The seditious claims that our lord brought this scourge upon us, they are mere fabrications, woven by jealous conspirators. I'm certain of it, for there is no other explanation. Our great king is a magnanimous leader. He's stolid, spirited, caring of his subjects. He fought vigilantly against the vile and depraved. My brother in arms, Varafax of the Twin Fangs, was a brave and mighty knight. Unlike myself, he was the master of more than the sword. Varafax's mind was sharper than most scholars. Dark times have befallen us. If our lord, with the esteemed help of Varafax, could not prevent it, then no one could have.
That witch Yuria is quite a compelling woman. She uses a different type of magic than I. Hers is powered by emotion, a lesser type of miracle. I wonder if it is related to her gender. I still have much to learn.
Hello again. You saved me from great agony. I owe my life to you. I am sorry, for I cannot offer proper thanks. If you wish, however, I can teach you magic in trade for demon souls. But my witchcraft is of a dark nature, and arouses suspicions. Why not try the magic of great sage Frake? It would honor me to assist one such as you, but... Are you sure? Very well. I shall help you however I can. I was branded a witch at a very young age, and since then, I have been persecuted as a threat to human society. I ventured through the fissure into Boletaria, but became trapped in the Nexus. Then the King's executioner Meralda chained me up inside that tower. Although I never had ill intentions, this black craft of mine is intrinsically evil.
There's a rumor that the silent Chief Yurt has infiltrated Boletaria. Yurt's a mercenary. He'd kill his own kin for the right price. Now, I'm not a saint, but compared to Yurt, whew, I'm as saintly as they come.
Perhaps a knight like you would have an interest in my offer.
What is it?
You will be rewarded amply.
Ah.
Just think of it as an opportunity to extinguish a competitor. Do we have an agreement?
Have you heard the rumors about Astraea of the Valley of Defilement? They claim that she and her royal knight have become demons and lead a clan of degenerate miscreants. In truth, the rumors are surely unfounded. There are all sorts of wrongdoers down there who would think up such nonsense. Yet if the rumors are true, then may she be eternally damned for her debasement of the Lord's name.
Astraea of the Valley of Defilement? I'm not sure, but Saint Astraea of the West was accompanied by the knight Garl Vinland. She would never turn to evil with that upstanding knight to guide her. Surely it is mere slander. The vicious rumors about Astraea offend our most basic sense of respect for God's name. Many honorable knights have ventured into Boletaria in search of the Valley of Defilement. Vito, the Moonlight Knight, Risaya of Istarel, and Selan Vinland. However, none of these great knights has made it back. Could it be that the wretched valley is so infested with grime that even our Lord's voice does not resonate there? Or perhaps it is the fate of those left behind by God.
This place? It's a proper mound of rubbish. All the rot of the world, living or not, ends up here. That witch Astraea came to this valley with that squid-headed knight. Those ridiculous white robes of hers. I swear I caught her glaring at my son in disgust. Yes, it's true, she is as nasty as they come. Ever since that demon witch came here, everything has turned foul. All the men worship her like she's the Virgin Mary. The same men who would snatch my child away from me. You're here to rid us of her, aren't you? Well, don't show her any mercy.
You are one of the sane ones, are you not? I am Sellen of the West. I seek my brother, Garl Vinland, the knight who accompanied Saint Estraya on her travels. I believe they settled here. If you happen to see my younger brother, please tell me. I must share with him the last words of our father. Have you met that herb-peddling woman? She claims that Saint Estraya is herself a demon. That woman has no reason to lie. Surely she must be mistaken.
Leave us, Slayer of Demons. This is a sanctuary for the lost and wretched. There is nothing here for you to pillage or plunder. Please leave quietly, lest you face the wrath of my loyal follower. Go forth, Garl Vinland. May you be unharmed.
Ye covetous ones, let it be known. We shall defend our hearth and home to the death. I shall let no harm come to dearest Estraya. You will not turn back, will you? May you rot in the deepest depths of this swamp. How dare you persist in intruding upon our haven? What right do you have? We live humble lives. Leave us be.
Stop. Please stop. This is our home. We have done no harm to you. Dear Lord, what more can you possibly take from us? You are too cruel. You have abandoned us. Is that not punishment enough? Dear God.
Dearest Estraya, I have failed you.
You killed him, didn't you? Very well. I can no longer resist you. Take your precious demon soul.
This crest, that is a Vinland heirloom meant for my younger brother. So, my brother and Estraya have both strayed from the path of God. I hesitate to ask, but can you part with that crest? Thank you, kind warrior. I only wished to remember my poor younger brother by it. I will search for a way back home. May the angels gaze favorably upon you. I find something odd about this place. It brims with grime, but at once feels strangely pure. The poor souls. Perhaps their hearts were too pure. Mbassa.
You have a heart of gold. Don't let them take it from you.
You have brought more demon souls to me. Let me pass on further arts of the wand.
The brave one. I was looking for you just now. Mephistopheles was right about you. Meddling souls never last for long.
You need some help? By the honor of the good knights, this demonic folly shall be stopped once and for all! One more demon down! Then again, how could a demon ever stand up to a bona fide knight? Do you intend to challenge the king? You may be a great demon hunter, but I fear you may not be ready. The king is defended by the black souls of mighty knights and a fire-breathing dragon. They defeated even myself. Beware the limits of your own power. Leave the flying lizard to me! light shine upon our lord and our proud Boletaria! Boletaria!
Oh, it's you, is it? My father is up above. Well, what's left of him anyway? He's transformed into a fiendish demon. I began this quest in a search for truth, but it seems I was a fool to even try. Please, kill my father. In his degenerated state, he can only bring peril to the lands. This key fits the Boletaria mausoleum. Inside the mausoleum are my father's 2 swords, Soulbrand and Demonbrand. Use them to bring an end to this madness.
Thou who seeketh the king's sword, I am old King Doran. Thou dost well to impress one such as me, young knight. Go forth and take the king's sword in thine hand. But may thou be determined from the depths of thine heart, else thou shalt fail.
How did you defeat my precious demon? No human has an appetite for souls such as you. The rest is up to the Old One. If it is to be, then you shall be back in it.
You... Have you seen my corporeal flesh? Has my body gone rotten? Please leave me alone. Who are you? I don't remember anything.
You have destroyed all of the demons. You soon shall hear the call of the Old One. Then, the Candle Maiden shall guide you below the Nexus, where the Old One awaits. She will lull the Old One back to slumber. That is, after all, her purpose. The Old One is a bottomless pit of nothingness, with an insatiable appetite for the souls collected by its faithful demons. You must never forget, the power that you now enjoy contradicts the essence of the soul, for it stems from demon magic. The soul arts shall be lost once the Old One is lulled back to slumber.
From where does that howl come? That is no demon. It sounds more like a poor, hungry child. Do you have any idea what it might be? Something about it puts me at great unease. May God watch over us, bless us, and all of Boletaria. Mbasa.
I feel great misgivings about Frake. He has become obsessed with the dark arts. Once, I lusted after the power offered by demon souls. My accusers detested my dark arts for good reason, for the path I have taken is tainted. My thirst for demon souls is no more. On the contrary, I find such power dangerous. But I am afraid that Frake too has ventured down the wrong path. If there is a god, he gave us souls to do good, not to practice witchcraft.
This ghastly howl. The Monumental has spoken of it before. You have defeated all the demons, have you not? There is a question I have long had in my mind. It is whether we are right to banish the Old One. And I now have the answer. And it is a resounding no. Listen closely. The Old One must not be cut off from us. If the Candle Maiden tries to entrap it, kill her. Then absorb the souls of the Old One for yourself. The Old One is an unfathomable deposit of energy. It contains all the souls collected by the demons. You will gain the power of a king, and I will gain knowledge from beyond. And that, my dear friend, is the righteous path. The demon souls shall be ours. If truth be told, that woman has been tainted by demons herself. She would thank you in her death for relieving her agony.
Hark, I hear voice of yore. The Old One is calling for thee. Old One, I have brought a new demon to thee. This is what thou wanted, is it not? Come now, be good. Thine work is done. Yes, yes, good boy. Now be still.
You have been chosen by the Old One. Shalt thou seek everlasting demon souls, or obey that naive monumental? Whatever your choice, you are our first visitor. May you be welcome here. Surely you have seen for yourself the pain, suffering that fills this world. The fight poison with poison. God is merciful, and so created the Old One. The Old One will feed upon our souls and put an end to our tragic realm of existence. I have had enough of this rotten world. You fool. Don't you understand? No one wishes to go on.
At last, my duty is fulfilled. I thank thee, Slayer of Demons. Thou mayst go. The Nexus shall imprison thee no longer. The Old One and I shall slumber interminably. That is the way it must be. Be gone to thine world. Ancient Old One, my dearest, together we shall slumber soundly.
brave soul who fears not death. I shall guide you, so that you may lull the old one back to slumber.
Key to life's ether, soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended. This is the Nexus. It holds together the northern land of Boletaria. Thou canst not exit the Nexus, but each of the 5 archstones will connect it to
Sometimes I stop and wonder how I ended up in the Nexus in the first place. When the Scourge came, I didn't know what hit me. I abandoned my wife and daughter and fled like a madman. When I came to, I found myself here, in the Nexus. That Candle Maiden cared for me during my first days in the Nexus. She says very little, but has a kind heart. She's just the age my young daughter would have been. The poor girl. I feel that I must do something in this time of crisis, but I am ignorant of the world beyond these walls. I can't imagine what it takes to slay a demon. If only I had that kind of strength. If only I could assist in this fight.
Hunting for demons? Try one of the Archstones. I think I just lost my nerve for this kind of thing.
Hello, what can I do for you? Care to look over my wares? Mostly stolen, but who's telling ye? Be a brave knight or depraved slave, the demons will snatch your soul, then you'll go mad. It is the end of great Boletaria as we know it. The king, he's gone mad like the rest of them. Well, perhaps he was mad in the first place. I can never tell with those eccentric royal oafs. There's this skinny fella, clad in fabulous armor, who's always mumbling about some mission. He's another one who's managed to stay sane like yourself.
Have you received assistance from the Candle Maiden? Yes, I see. She is a prisoner of this Nexus. It is her duty to lull the old one back to slumber. That is why she helps those who hunt demons. And that is why she has become a demon herself. I am one of the Monumentals. We preserve the fabric of reality. We Monumentals, too, are trapped within this Nexus. For we prevent your world from breaking apart at the seams. There is something thou needest to know. In the distant past, under a benevolent rule, the world was united owing to the soul arts. Until a lust for power caused the awakening of the Old One. Across the land seeped a colorless, deep fog, and the world faced extinction at the hands of the demons. Thanks be, we were able to lull the Old One back to his slumber. yet only after the loss of innumerable souls, and half the world lost, erased by the fog. In order to mend the fabric of what land still remained, we entrusted 6 elders with 6 precious archstones. 1 to the king of a small yet diligent land. 1 to the king of the burrowers underground. 1 to the wise queen of the great ivory tower. 1 to the chieftain of lost and ill-fortuned souls. 1 to the shaman of the tempest-worshipping shadowmen. And the last to the great giants of the northern lands. The archstones were placed at nodes across the earth. We contained the old one inside this nexus and banned the soul arts. Finally, we became monumentals, half-living sentinels of the fabric of reality. However, man's memory of history is o'ershort, and before long he repeated his mistakes. The monumentals perished, and the archstones were long forgotten. And the short-sighted King Alant once again aroused the Old One. You must destroy all the demons if you wish to be freed from the curse of the Nexus. The Old One, without the demons to feed its souls, will seek a new servant and lure you to its bosom. You must lull the Old One back to its slumber and seal it away for all eternity. Now, go forth and destroy every last demon.
Have you met the last surviving monumental? Those fools revived the old one on a whim. And now they've trapped us here in the Nexus in a desperate attempt to undo their mistake. It's all a travesty if you ask me. I wonder how many others are in this Nexus. They are no different than I. They traversed the foggy fissure with determination, but realized their powerlessness and became prisoners of the Nexus.
I'm Stockpile Thomas. Sometimes...
You slipped through the fissure too, did you? You came for demon souls? Or to save this land and be remembered as a hero? That is why you came, is it not? To this accursed Boletaria? It's all the same. You're just another prisoner of the Nexus. We're welcome here, as long as we keep slashing up demons. The black-robed maiden of the Nexus looks after the flames. She's a morose type, with eyes occluded by wax. She can control souls like no other. Bring her the souls of men and demons, and she will embolden your flesh and blood with their power. But beware, do not devolve into a foul beast.
As for me, I am only here to tend to the flames. I keep the candles lit and serve the brave demon slayers who are trapped here. I have always been here in this Nexus, I was here when the Old One awakened, and I will be here when it rests once again. The Monumental awaits thee above. The Monumental will explain the Nexus to thee.
We have long awaited you, Slayer of Demons.